welcome to the SGS College Arena here in Bristol. It's European basketball night once again, and the Flyers are back on home soil for their ENBL home opener. Bristol come into this one flying high after a strong start on the road. It was a 12-point victory over Austria's Kaffenberg Bulls to start their European campaign, but now back on their home court, they'll look to keep that momentum rolling in front of their own home fans. Standing in their way tonight, one of Europe's most decorated clubs, the 7-time Dutch champions, Donar Groningen. The visitors arrived with a 1-1 record in European play so far, and they'll be full of confidence after a commanding 22-point win last time out over Taaltech Alexela. It's Flyers versus Donar in the European North Basketball League, and it's live from the SGS College Arena. And joining me for this one down here in commentary position is former Bristol Flyers captain Gareth Till. Gareth, very happy to have you with us. It's always exciting, isn't it, for the club to be hosting European basketball games here in the city?
Yeah, thank you, Joel. Great to be here. Great to have European basketball on a Wednesday night. 8 o'clock tip-off, but yeah, really excited. It's always a bit of a different feel, a bit of a buzz around European competition, teams we don't see at all, you know, new leagues coming in, different style of basketball, a lot of excitement in the air. Should be a great game.
And we saw talk about the Flyers to start with, Gareth. We saw them come out on top a couple of weeks ago in their ENBL opener against the team from Austria, Kaffenberg Bulls. What was it that impressed you the most about that win in their first game together, real as a team?
Well, it is, you mentioned it there, Joel, just coming together so quickly. The team have gelled almost automatically, short pre-season, winning in the SLB and then going on the road, really probably bonded the team. But that performance, and from that performance, it's just grown in domestically as well. So really exciting team this season, the Bristol Flyers, and the crowd want to see some of that action here tonight. And I think they're set up for a good game and looking to defend that home court, as you mentioned.
Well, let's talk you through today's team news, starting with the Bristol Flyers. They're still without Owen McCormack after picking up that injury in practice last week, but that man on screen, Cam Holden, is the man in form right now for Coach Kapoulis' side, coming in off a 16-point, 10-rebound, 10-assist performance in that win on Sunday in Super League basketball over Surrey.
Yeah, phenomenal performance. But we know he's got it in his locker, Joel, in really, putting points on the board. Just his all-round game, and we talked about it on commentary before, what he brings to the team, not just on the offensive end, defensive end. The way he assists, the way he rebounds, he's just an all-round good player for the Bristol Flyers. And I'm sure he'll be remembered as a great in the season to come.
Well, he certainly did step up in the absence of Owen McCormack, of course, out through injury. But they didn't really need him on Saturday night in that win out in Surrey, but still a big loss for Coach Kapoulis' side.
Yeah, always good to have Owen, with his leadership, that captain. He had a really hot start to the season, but I think the versatility in Coach Kapoulis' team will be able to fill those gaps a lot easier than we've seen in previous seasons, and we saw that just then. Cam Holden, using those extra minutes to good effect.
Well, he will be out for the Flyers this evening, the Flyers captain Owen McCormack. But let's take you to the team news for the visitors today, Donar Groningen. They are led by head coach Jason DeRiesau. Ones to watch for them tonight include American-Danish forward Dane Erikstrom. He's coming in, had a strong start to his professional career out of Washington State University. 36 points for the team in their BLXT opening game of the season. He certainly will be one to watch tonight for in this game.
Yeah, very, very much there, Joel. Yeah, really tall, can shoot the basketball. One thing I've noticed about this Dutch side, very tall, lengthy, athletic. You can imagine they're going to be physical, going to push the ball, be aggressive on defense. So kind of suits sort of SLB basketball. So it will be a well-matched game tonight.
American forward Carlton Lingard Jr. is averaging 19 points per game across his first 2 ENBL appearances of the season. He'll be one to watch. We spoke about it off air, but just the sheer size of him in the arena will be struggle for Flyers to contain.
Yeah, rebounding is going to be key tonight, but he's a real athlete. He can shoot the basketball as well, shooting it. I've seen him shooting the warm-ups there. He can certainly shoot the basketball. I think 42% in competition so far this season for him, but his athleticism, he one to watch in and around the rim, but can also step out, be that stretch 5 that we're kind of seeing more commonly in basketball at the moment.
Another one to watch for Donar Groningen tonight. Austin Luke, the American point guard, experienced American point guard as well. He really pulls the strings in the backcourt. He's averaging 11 assists per game in the ENBL so far this season, including 16 assists in their opening ENBL game against Valmira Glass. He really will be one for Flyers to contain.
Yeah, and that really gets your teammates going. You know that you're going to get assists, and we're obviously contributing 11.5 points a game as well. So can put the ball in the basket. It looks to pass first, and then he'll take his shots if he's open. But when you've got two big athletes like that in the front court, you can see why he's going to give up the ball and let them go to work.
What are some of the key matchups you're looking forward to perhaps seeing out there today? I mean, we spoke about the battle of the bigs. You've got the likes of Erikström on the Donar Groningen side, but if you look at the Bristol side, you've got one of the best college defenders in all of NCAA Division 1 last season at George Mason in Zach Anderson.
Yeah, I'm going to keep my eyes going to be on the bigs. I think that battle inside is going to be key for the Bristol Flyers, that rebound battle. We mentioned you've got players that can step out, shoot the three. So I'm going to be kind of keeping a close eye on that. It'll be interesting in the backcourt as well. Obviously, in Anderson, we've got a guy that distributes the ball really well. Cam Holden distributes the ball really well as well. So really looking for a high-tempo game, a lot of team play. Should be a good one.
Well, Donar are a club rich in history in the world of European basketball. They were former regulars in the FIBA Europe Cup. They entered the Euro Cup 4 times between 2004 and 2021, formerly under the name the Gasterra Flames. They also played a EuroLeague qualifier in 2010, and if you go back even further, they played in the Korak Cup as well, a program that has rich history. Only their second season in the European North Basketball League, but they know what to expect when it comes to European basketball.
Yeah, they've got that history, Joel. As many teams we play in this competition have got that kind of history of European competition and sort of playing this ENBL competition, just get them elevated back into those bigger competitions. But it's great to see visitors coming in, a high caliber team, and a real test for Bristol Flyers tonight. Will Yoakum absolutely on fire at the moment. We haven't mentioned him yet. What a great start to the season, and the fans, the word's getting out there how well the Bristol Flyers are playing, so the expectations there to continue on that form.
Well, it has been a hot start for Bristol Flyers, but could this game be their toughest test so far this season? As both teams get set to take the court, let's talk you through the starting five, starting with the Bristol Flyers, and it's Joe Anderson, Will Yoakum alongside Cam Holden coming in off that near quadruple-double performance on Saturday. Zach Anderson and Darnell Brody in for the injured Owen McCormack. And we'll talk you through the starting five for coach Jason Doriso and Donar Groningen. Austin Luke and Malik Miller alongside Kjeld Joudema, Dane Erikström and Carlton Lingard Jr. playing in the middle. Well, Donar don't have the best record when it comes to playing against British opponents. They lost to the London Lions twice during the 21-22 FIBA Europe Cup season. Newcastle Eagles also beat them in the ENBL last season. And of course, they are a familiar club to Leicester Riders fans who have played them in pre-season over the years. Well, what will tonight have in store is Bristol Flyers versus Donar in the European North Basketball League. And the opening tip is won by the Flyers, and they will get this first possession for Wednesday Night Hoops in the ENBL. Brody backing down on Lingard Jr. Brody with the crossover, Brody with the hook shot, can't get it to go, rebound Donar.
We see that over the years, Joel, where Coach Chris likes to go into the big man early, try and put Lingard under a bit of pressure defensively, looking to use the size of Brody to muscle down Lingard and get those looks inside.
Extra backing down on Cam Holden, gets it to go, and straight away Donar establishing the big man early.
Yeah, and Holden had a piece on that, able to get through the contact on the ball and put it away.
Yoakum thought about stepping into the three, goes back door, is stripped. Last touched by Donar, say the officials, so Flyers will inbound from the baseline.
You just look for Yoakum, he loves that give and go action, really good moving off the ball.
Anderson. Zach Anderson, ball knocked inside to Cam Holden. Holden backing down in the post. Hook shot is good. And Bristol Flyers, their first 2 points off the mark.
And both opportunities so far on offensive, looking to go inside in the paint. Holden there with that hook shot, middle of the key. Gets it to go.
Extra skip pass out to the corner. 3 ball on the way. Is no good. Rebound secured by Bristol. Anderson looking to beat his defender. The foul is called on the floor. Erikstrup picks up his first, and Dane Erikstrup, he got in foul trouble in that first ENBL game.
I'm sure Coach Kapoulas will have that in mind as well, maybe to try and target him. He's such a big threat, tall guy that can step out and efficiently knock down that 3. I think 50% from three-point land this year in all competitions.
Well, the official in front of us has called it towards the visitors, but the call is overturned. And it will be Bristol Flyers ball from the sideline. There's 5 seconds on the shot clock, though.
Of course, in the ENBL competition, you get the review. Each team gets 1 review.
Anderson has to shoot. Tough fadeaway is going to be short. And the rebound falls to Lingard. Miller to the basket, high off the glass, bobbles around and gets the drop.
Brody with that big half-court screen.
Brody hands off with Holden. Thought about the pass inside. Cam Holden to the basket, puts it up, no good. Brody hustling for the loose ball when it's last touched by the Flyers. So it'll be Donar to get us back on the way from the baseline. Here's Malik Miller. Jaldama knocks it down. Tough shot by Erikstrup. And now he's up to 4.
Yeah, Erikstrup going about his business early, and that is danger signs for the Bristol Flyers. Getting in that rhythm early, seeing the ball go through the hoop.
Joachim beating his defender off the dribble. High arcing layup, no good, but is fouled. So will Joachim a chance to get on the free throw line for Bristol's first free throws of the game. Well, Will Joachim at the line. He had 24 points, 6 rebounds in the Flyers' first ENBL game of the season out in Austria. He's coming in off a 19-point performance in that 30-point win over Surrey on Saturday. Joachim able to knock down the pair. Cuts the lead down to 2. Miller. Jaldama. Lingard. Oh, nice pass. Miller finishes off the assist by Lingard.
Yeah, love to see that. Big man giving the assist. Bounce pass. And that extends the point total up to 8 versus the Flyers 4.
Anderson pulls up for 3, is short. Long rebound falls to Joachim. New 14 for the Flyers. Ball out to Zach Anderson. Fakes the 3, drives inside. Pulls up for a mid-range 2. Can't get it to go. Here's Miller going coast to coast. Nice pass into... Oh my goodness, what a finish. Erikstrup gets it to go through contact. And Donar leading by 6.
And this time getting it done on the fast break. Erikstrup, we've seen him work inside and shoot the basketball. That time leading the charge on the break.
Joachim fading away, can't get it to go. Cam Holden on the follow, he can't finish. Joachim again with an offensive rebound, stripped away, and a travel is called against Darnell Brody.
I kind of feel, Joel, that Donar Groningen are really taking the Flyers out of their offense. It's a bit one-on-one at the moment, not really moving that ball we've seen, sort of been accustomed so far in SLB and the ENBL competition, so credit to those guys. Flyers unable to get any sort of fluidity to their offense.
Here's Miller. Gelder now. Here's Eric Strupp once again backing down on Anderson, but turns it over into the hands of Cam Holden.
Yeah, good D from Anderson there, getting that turnover.
Joachim, extra pass. Anderson, corner 3 ball is short. And it's going to stay with the Bristol Flyers. Last touched by Donar. A pair of subs coming in. Lingard takes a seat. Gelder also takes a seat. Taylor comes into the game for the first time tonight, as does Forrest. Ball into Joachim, fakes the 3, drives inside. Will Joachim to the basket, can't get the layup to go. It's a good look by the Flyers. Oh, here comes Donar in transition. Great pass, and it's finished with the layup at the other end.
Yeah, just defensively there. Offensive edge coming off the wing, simple pass, bounce pass leads him to the basket for a layup. And it's a good start from the visitors.
Flyers in an 8-point hole here. Ball is with Anderson. Now here's Joachim. Joachim drives inside, has to shoot with the shot clock winding down, and gets the layup right around the basket. Cuts the lead down to 6. Forrest. Taylor gets it to go, knocks it down for 2.
Yeah, well-run offense. Getting that mid-range J. And they're going through their sets really well at the moment and really disrupting Flyers on our offensive sets.
Ball into Brody. Skip pass out to Anderson. Just slips through his hands. A little bit too much on that pass. As Donar Brody takes a seat. Cam Holden also back to the bench. Duglic checks in for the first time, as does Marcus Delpesh. Here's Austin Luke bringing it up over the timeline. Forrest. Lobbed up to Forrest, can't get it to go. Flyers can push in transition. Here's Joe Anderson, feeds Delpesh. Oh, it's stolen away. Here comes Donar going coast to coast. Easy layup in the end for Austin Luke. Timeout Flyers, because Donar Groningen have built their biggest lead of the game at 10.
Yeah, Donar Groningen all one-way traffic really at the moment, Joel. On both ends of the floor, really restricting Flyers, and then not particularly difficult to get through their offenses, getting the shots they want, picking off loose passes and running in the breaks as well. So all one-way traffic. Coach Kapoulis needs to have a little chat, talk about the game plan and try and get a bit of rhythm coming out of this timeout.
Dane Eric Strupp back with you after this short break. Welcome back to the SGS College Arena, where with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, Donar Groningen with a 10-point lead over the Bristol Flyers. Points hard to come by right now for Coach Kapoulis' side. I imagine he'll be telling his team not to panic too early on. They certainly have got the weapons out there to work their way back into this game. Anderson feeds Joe Anderson, top of the three-point line. Zach Anderson has it on the wing. Driving into Taylor. Out to Joachim now. Joachim with a step-back 3. Off the back iron. Delpesh tips the ball. And it's going to be a holding foul against Damien Forrest. So Flyers will inbound from the sideline. Jonathan Brown checks into the game for the first time tonight. Will Joachim is the one to make way for him. Anderson into Duglic. Duglic going to work inside, turn around, lays it up with the left hand. And Milos Duglic, we saw a bit more from him on the game against Surrey on Saturday, really starting to find his feet with this team, you feel?
Yeah, that was such a great move as well, Joe. Really good footwork against the basket, little pivot round, sold his defender, but straight back answer three.
Evan Taylor with the triple knocks it down. And Donar with their biggest lead of the game at 11. Brown, top to Delpesh, comes off with Duglic. Anderson fires up for three. Knew that one was off. Rebound is gathered in by Taylor.
Yeah, just didn't look right when it left his hand. Anderson trying to respond with that three-pointer of his own. But Flyers just the 8 points so far in this first quarter.
Austin Luke looking for a skip pass, but into the hands of Joe Anderson. Anderson to Zach Anderson. Stomps on a dime for three. Can't get it to go. Look at the chase down the rebound and trickles out of bounds for a Donar ball.
Just looking at the stats, Malik Miller 4 of 5 assists so far in this game. Really pulling the strings for Groningen.
Two and a half minutes to go in the first quarter. Nosek finds Taylor. Back to Nosek. Here comes another three-pointer on the wing. Can't get it to go this time. Rebound gathered in by Milos Duglic.
Yeah, once again, a really nice offense. Donar Groningen moving that ball around, got the shot they want. They didn't get it to drop, but they got exactly what they wanted.
Delpesh comes up to set the screen. Duglic now looking to go all the way to the hole. The lefty layup is good. Pair of back-to-back scores. Flies back to within 9. Here comes another triple from Donar. Can't get it to go. Anderson with the rebound. Here's Brown. Under just over a minute and a half to go in the first half. And Jonathan Brown right down Main Street with the layup. Coach Dorisal not happy with his team. Timeout Donar.
Yeah, great comeback from the Flyers. Nice little spell there. Just seemed a bit more direct, a bit more aggressive on defense, securing those boards, and then looking to push out on the break. And this man, Duglic, coming in. That's a lovely spin move with the lefty finish. And that almost started the momentum going for Flyers.
A couple of back-to-back scores from him. He's a mismatch nightmare, really. He plays 6'9" at the two-guard spot. Then Jonathan Brown caps off the run with the layup right down the middle. And Donar, plenty to talk about in this timeout, because what was once a 11-point lead is now down to 7.
Yeah, Duglic, 4 quick points. Joint leading scorer, Will Yoakum, a real impact coming off the bench, and that's exactly the role Coach Kapulis like to see when points are a bit hard to come by. Duglic just offers something a little bit different coming off the bench. You said, Joel, 6'9", got good handles, got good fundamentals in creating those opportunities. Couple of quick scores for him.
Well, an important minute and a half or so to come up at the back end of this first quarter, because you feel like momentum was with Bristol going into that timeout. If it stays with Bristol in this last minute and a half, could very well be looking at a tight one at the end of these first 10 minutes.
And Coach Kapulis going with a press, a 1-2-2 press, just showing something a little bit different on the defensive edge, just trying to slow him down, looking for a cheap steal.
Ball into Forrest, gets it to go, count it, and one. Damien Forrest will get a line for a bonus.
Yeah, it was good offense as well. There was no real need to panic, was there? Just ping the ball around wide open, right underneath the basket, and the contact. And that's how you break a press and get a score.
It was the perfect play coming out of the timeout for Donar. Forrest can't get his free throw to go. Rebound secured. Oh, with ball into oh my goodness! Delpesh went for a block, but met at the rim. Taylor denies him. Flyers with the steal. Here comes Brown. Brown to the rim, lays it up and in at the other end.
End-to-end stuff. What a block. Did not expect that block. Delpesh was going to crank it. Good give and go.
Nice pass inside, and Vítor Nosek finishes with the left hand. Here's Duglic, now finds Holden. Landolfi into the game. Brown. Brown fires up for 3, can't get it to go. Flyers ice cold from downtown to start this game. 0 for 6 now as a team. Forrest. Here comes another triple, can't get it to go this time for Donar. There's no sec with the triple. And about 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Five on the shot clock. Here's Brown going one-on-one, pulls up with a mid-range 2, knocks it down. There's still 3 seconds to go in this one. 3 points are on the way. Good if it goes, but that will do it for the end of a back and forth first quarter. At the end of one is Donar Groningen with the lead, 23 points to 16.
Yeah, good comeback with Flyers in that second half of that first quarter. Really energy from JB. Duglic coming off the bench, getting much needed emphasis on the offensive end, getting some quick scores. But Donar able to go through their sets offensively. You feel like Flyers have to be a little bit more aggressive, try and put them out their stride.
You look down some of the leading scorers in this one so far, and Evan Taylor leads the way with 7 points. A huge block as well on the defensive end. And Dane Erikstrup, as expected, 6 first quarter points for him, really doing his business early on. Let's take a look at some of the key plays from the first quarter in this one. And Groningen raced out to that big lead. They led by as many as 11 points before Flyers called that timeout. And Bristol Flyers done their best to chip away at that lead.
Yeah, they didn't get off to a particularly good start. You know, visitors came out hot, really moving the ball around well, scoring every which way. And Erikstrup there, just showing what he can do, why he's such a threat, and why he had such a big, was it how many, 29, 30 points? Domestic league, or was that in the...
It was 36.
36.
In the domestic league opener. There's that block as well, incredible block at one end, unable to capitalise at the other end, but that's a highlight play right there for you, isn't it?
Yeah, that's an all or nothing play. You know, you're either going to be end of the post or come up with a massive heroic block, a real momentum changing block that is, and you don't see many people challenge Del Pesh in and around that, and he looks to dunk that really hard as well. Massive block.
Well, both teams getting set to start the second quarter. It is a 7-point game in the Flyers ENBL home opener against Donar.
You can see Brown coming off the bench for the Bristol Flyers. 6 points for him, leading the Flyers. Duglic behind on 4. So good point scoring production coming off the bench for the Flyers at a much needed time.
Yeah, I mean, you look down the stat sheet, you got 6 points from Brown, 4 from Duglic. It's the 0 from Zach Anderson, the 0 from Joe Anderson that I presume will be more concerning for Coach Kapoulis.
It certainly will, and you touched on the 3-point shooting. You know, his team does go hot and cold from behind the line, and able to get it go so far, but that's not to say it won't get going. I think we saw in previous games against Leicester, it was the second half, they really started finding their rhythm behind the arc.
Lingard backing down Delpesh. Tough fadeaway jump shot is short. Rebound is chased down, back into the hands of Lingard. Lingard fakes but turns it over. Here's Duglic downhill, all the way to the basket, count it, and the foul. And Gareth, that's the perfect way for Bristol Flyers to start the second.
Yeah, exactly, that offense coming off a good defensive stop. Cam Holden doing great work on the defensive end. Duglic downhill, taking it, the contact, and getting that opportunity to put the ball in the basket, and that's a big play to start off the second quarter for the Flyers.
When you look at Milos Duglic, I mean, 6'9", plays at the shooting guard position, and when I spoke to Coach Kapoulis before in the summer when he signed, he was saying he's expecting great things from him, particularly in the European North Basketball League, creating those mismatches, and he's certainly showing that so far. Here he is again right now.
Just took him a little while to get used to playing the team, what his role is. But we can see there how talented he is, the skill set that he has. 24-second shot clock.
The ball did not touch the rim, so it'll be a shot clock violation against the Flyers. Here's Tim Hove. Erikstrup fires up for 3. Why not? No good that time. Rebounded by Brown. Brown, Landolfi for three off the back iron. Lingard soars for the rebound. Here comes Taylor the other way.
Yeah, good defensive transition. Defense there from the Flyers, getting back, stopping the break.
Hove. Ball into Lingard. Foul called on Landolfi.
Probably don't mind that. Getting a foul there on the floor. Big mismatch against Landolfi, against the 7-footer.
Austin Luke checks back in for Donar. Donnell Brodie returns to the game as Landolfi takes a seat. Will Joachim back onto the court for the Flyers? Taylor now finds Lingard. Here's Eric Strupp. Kicks it out to Luke. Shot clock down to 6. Lingard rolling to the basket. Nice pass. And Lingard with the soft finger roll off the glass for 2. Holden looking inside for Brodie with the two-handed hammer.
Blocked that one.
Off the beautiful dime by Cam Holden.
Good explosive drop step there from Brodie.
Back down to a 5-point game. Here come Donar the other way. Can't get it to go. Brown has it stolen away. Here Luke now fires up, able to capitalise with the pull-up jump shot. Pushes it back out to a 7-point game. Holden. Brodie looking for it inside. Joachim on the wing, drives baseline. Joachim, skip pass. Holden now in the corner. Good ball movement from the Flyers. Shot clock is at 5. Brown with a step back 3 ball on the way. Splashes it from downtown. And the ball movement was clicking on that offense, and it resulted in the JB3.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. It was kind of, you feel they couldn't get that in the first quarter. The ball wasn't moving around. It was very much one-on-one, which we're not used to seeing with this Flyers team, but the ball moved much better.
Lingard with a 3 at the other end.
7-footer showing his range. I said he's got 40% from behind the arc this season, so you certainly can't leave him alone with an open look.
Joachim in the corner, and that is a good look.
That is a good look
from Will Joachim. Taylor coming the other way is fouled. And just Flyers, they went over 6 from downtown in the first quarter, knocking down a couple of back-to-back threes in a row on that occasion. And they've done well to stay in the game, considering they started 0-6 from downtown.
Yeah, just finding their rhythm a bit on both ends maybe, as Donar slightly tiring on their defence. There's a lot of energy there in that first goal, really putting the Flyers out with their extra length and athleticism. But things are beginning to settle down and the Flyers are beginning to find their rhythm. But just got caught on the fast break there.
Well, Evan Taylor out the line, 6'5", small forward out of Vanderbilt. Second season as a pro. Spent his rookie season also playing in the BNXT. Averaged 16 points, 5 rebounds a game last season. Made that summer move over to Donar. Certainly has had his fingerprints all over this one so far. And he will earn himself a seat on the bench for a well-deserved break.
Yeah, Miller comes back in. As mentioned, 5 assists so far in the game for him.
Joe Anderson. Brodie comes up to set the screen. Here's Zach Anderson now. Holden thought about the 3. Anderson sets the screen. Holden with the Euro step. Dimes it into Brodie. And there's a 3-second violation called against Brodie for camping in the key. Six and a half minutes to go till half-time. Austin Luke looking inside for Lingard, and a little bit too much English on that pass. Ends up throwing it out of bounds.
Yeah, well-worked offense, but yeah, pass just wasn't where Lingard wanted it. He was the right play, but just badly executed with the pass, and that's a good pass.
Oh, nice pass, and Darnell Brodie, thank you very much, throws it down with the one-handed hammer.
Yeah, and he's really a presence inside now. That's a couple of times they got called for the 3-second, but he got good position, just didn't get the ball quick enough. And that time, quick pass in, finished with the dunk.
Eric Strupp almost coughed it up there as Anderson called for the foul. And Darnell Brodie really finding his feet in this game. Couple of back-to-back dunks in this second quarter. Once with two hands for safety, and then a little bit of extra space. So how about one hand instead?
Yeah, lovely. And a good pass from Anderson. Really quick pass. The Andersons passing to each other and straight into Brodie for the jam.
Miller kicks it out. Lingard for three. Lingard off the back iron. Brodie with the long rebound, looking for the behind-the-back pass. Ends up committing the foul. And we've seen that a couple of times already. Straight away, you see him just pointing to Coach Kapoulas just to say, yeah, I'm sorry, Coach.
Yeah, he likes a little back behind the back. And Flyers now in the penalty as well now, Joel. Less than 5 minutes gone. And now we're going to the Donar, we're going to the free throw line now. Quite regularly now. Quite a lot of time left in this first half.
It's one of those ones, isn't it? I mean, if you're up by like 10 points, it's okay to throw a behind-the-back pass like that. You're chasing the game here. There's going to be a couple of possessions in it. That could prove costly come the end of this game.
I mean, it does look worse when you're on your back court as well, and you know those are the ones that get picked off and you get scored against. Maybe more forgiving. I mean, I've seen him throw a good couple of behind-the-back passes off give and goes, but when you're in your danger zone and you're defending, just get a nice, easy, sensible pass out and take the pressure off.
Here's Miller for three, knocks it down. And the threes keep coming.
And that comes off the back of their turnover. So that sort of compounds that pass. Three-point play.
Joachim. Anderson calling for it inside. Ends up with him. Joachim's three bobbles in and out. Brodie chases down the rebound. Zach Anderson gets a bump. Turns it over. Luke for three on the wing. Can't get it to go. Long pass to Zach Anderson, commits the foul is committed by Austin Luke. It's a very smart foul in the end. Anderson had an open lane there.
He was hustling back so hard, Austin Luke. You just see him really trying to get back there and get some sort of pressure on there, and straight away with a hand, but certainly saving 2 points there, putting a bit of pressure on Anderson on the free throw line now.
Well, Anderson will now have to earn his 2 points at the line. And it was a smart foul indeed, because he misses the first. Anderson splits the free throws. So the lead is cut down to 6 points. Here's Miller. Eric Struck. Now Luke. Ball into Miller. Miller off the window. Draws the foul. And he will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
I just feel like the referee just kind of almost waited to see whether or not that was going to go in or not. It didn't go in, called the foul. And Douglich is going to check back in for Cam Holden.
Well, Malik Miller will head to the line. Second season as a pro. Spent his rookie season actually out in Denmark playing for the Svendborg Rabbits, where he averaged 12 points and 7 rebounds a game.
The Flyers had a trip to Svendborg, didn't they, a couple of seasons ago in this competition?
Yeah, that's right. A couple of seasons ago in the ENBL.
And everything was closed, if I remember, from the producer Dan's information about it. Just seemed nothing was open.
Well, Miller can't convert on the second free throw. 6-point game. Past the midway point, that's a great pass into Brodie. Can he get the finish? No, he can't. Kapoulas was asking for a foul, and Joe Anderson does pick up the foul, reaching in on Austin Luke, and because Flyers are in the penalty, Luke will shoot a pair of free throws here. Yeah,
and I think Coach Kapoulas was disappointed not to get anything. Brodie attacking the basket hard there. No contact was adjudged, and then straight away, Donar fouled upon them, and that'll take them straight to the free throw line. The Flyers are in the penalty now.
That will be Austin Luke shooting the pair. He had 15 points, 16 assists in their opening ENBL game of the season. Able to knock down the second. And Donar slowly stretching this lead once again. Now it's back up to 8.
Yeah, we just feel momentum's with Donar at the moment. Flyers need to make a bit of a stand on the offensive end. Get something going.
Douglich. Anderson. Anderson with a step back 3 is short. Rebound falls to Donar.
Yeah, difficult shot. Probably not the shot Coach Kapoulas wanted.
Miller kicks it out. Here comes a corner 3 ball from Hove. No good. Joe Anderson into the key. Kicks it out to Zach Anderson. Now inside to Brody. Going to work on Forrest. Backing down. Shot clock is at 10. Anderson back into Brody. The foul is called on the floor, so the basket will not count. You like the ball movement there, the inside-out play between Brody and Anderson.
Yeah, to be Brody's been a real headache for Donar, actually getting himself in good positions there, instead of getting the foul committed on him, and just moving that ball side to side, getting it in, getting that good position.
Well, Duglic is going to put it in from the sideline. Oh, it's going to be Anderson even to put it in from the sideline. Joe Anderson. Swings to Zach Anderson. Now Duglic has it on the wing. Pulls up deep 2 ball. Knocks it down. Foot on the line. And the 2 will count. He leads down to 6.
And that takes Duglic to 8 personal.
Taylor, step back 3 ball, knocks it down. And Taylor has his fingerprints all over this game in the first half. Duglic kicks it out to Zach Anderson, driving baseline, puts it up. Can he get it to go? No, he can't. But he will earn himself a pair of free throws at the line. Now Joe Anderson takes a seat. Jonathan Brown back into the game for Bristol. Zach Anderson at the line. Chance to shoot a pair of free throws. He had 14 points and 10 rebounds on Saturday night in that 30-point win over Surrey. Of course, signed his first pro contract out of George Mason with the club. Able to knock down the pair of free throws with over 3 minutes to go in the half. Miller, top to Hove, skips it inside. Nosek with the hook shot, can't get it to go. Brody with the rebound. Anderson, back to Brown. Brown puts it on the floor. Jonathan Brown with the lefty finish, incredible.
So quick to elevate. Drove baseline, rose up, and of course, remember the dunk on
Oh,
Saturday.
nice pass at the other end. It's a defensive breakdown for the Flyers as Hove gets the layup to go. Just when you feel, Gareth, that Flyers are starting to build momentum, Donar getting easy scores quickly at the other end.
Yeah, and that happens against good teams as well, Joel. If you just switch off, turn your head, don't get back on defense, teams like Donar will punish you, and that's exactly what's happening.
Brown can't grab the offensive rebound, but knocks it out of play.
You were saying about Jonathan Brown, though, what a highlight dunk that was on Saturday night against Surrey, onto the left hand. Absolutely crushed it.
Let's have another look at this one then. JB going baseline. You are cleared for takeoff. No help side defense by Donar. Two minutes to go till half-time. Here's Lingard. Looking inside, Flyers with the steal. Oh, it's turned over again. Miller being guarded by Brody. Great stance by the big fella. And he's knocked out of play for a Bristol Flyers ball.
Yeah, Brody did well to recover that loose pass, got picked off, but able to get back and defend, and win the ball back for his team.
Marcus Delpech checks back into the game.
Yeah, 1 minute 49 to go in this first half. 7-point lead, Donar. Jonathan Brown, 11 points for him, personal, off the bench.
Here's Duglic. Duglic pulls up for a mid-range 2, can't get it to go. Minute and a half to go in this first half. Luke has it, top of the three-point line, guarded by Brown. Lingard calling for it inside. Miller, skip pass off to Eric Strupp now. Commits the travel. Didn't put the ball down before lifting up his pivot foot.
A good stop from the Bristol Flyers. Really now been able to take Donar out of their rhythm a little bit on the offensive end.
Well, a chance for them to cut it down to 5 here if they can score on this possession. As Anderson drives baseline, help side defence comes. Now ball out to Joachim. Here's Brown now. Good ball movement from the Flyers, and it's turned over again. Austin Luke for 3. Bobbles in and out. Miller gets it to go. And I think Dane Erikström committed the foul there as well. He found his own teammate, but
he scored through contact.
Yeah.
Well, his own player did his best.
Timeout called on the floor. We're back with you after this short break. Welcome back to the SGS College Arena, where Bristol Flyers trail Donar Groningen 35 points to 44 with just under a minute to go in the second quarter. Gareth, before the break, we saw, I think it was Miller getting that shot to go, and the foul. I think Dane Erikström just committed the foul on his own player. Don't see that too often.
No, he did really well to finish it as well. I mean, that was a tough foul.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, to get through it. No call from the referee and made the play.
Well, it will be Bristol ball to get us back underway with 45 seconds to go. They can go 2 for 1 here if they're quick enough. Let's take a look at it on the replay. There goes the 3 ball. Bobbles in and out. Miller with the rebound. There's the foul. Count it, and 1. Here we go then. Final 40 seconds or so in this second quarter. Cam Holden has it. Ball into Delpesh. Ball comes off the foot. So we'll stay with Bristol. And Gareth, I think it's the 10 turnovers for Bristol that Coach Kapoulis will not be happy about. There's been a couple of more possessions like that as well, where there's been some poor passing. Just been deflected out of bounds.
I was going to say exactly the same thing, Joel. Just the turn of just kind of bad angles trying to make that post-entry pass to the top there. Very difficult to make it. They've been picked off a couple of times. And it's not helping their cause to get back in this game.
Holden driving inside. Nice pass out to Joachim. Joachim going baseline, high off the glass. Gets it to go. Little Joachim. High off the glass. Tally goes up to 8 points now in this first half. Shot clock is turned off. Erikström. Offensive foul. I think Coach Kapoulis just looked at the table and said the clock is not right there. The offensive foul was called against Dane Erikström. And now Bristol under 10 seconds to go. Chance to chip away at this lead. Final few seconds of the first half. Brown pulls up, mid-range 2. Doesn't get it to go. And that will do it for the end of the first half. Donar Groningen still on top in this one. 44 points to 37. And Gareth, plenty for Coach Kapoulis to talk about at half-time.
Yeah, he looks slightly frustrated just to the side of us here. I think just turnovers we mentioned earlier on, Joel, just giving them the opportunities. Not played the Flyers basketball consistently enough. Maybe had 5, 7, 8 minutes of good Flyers basketball, and the rest has all been Donar. Hence, the lead they've got so far got into the locker room.
Well, it's time for us to take a quick break, but do stay with us, because coming up at the half, we'll be looking at all the highlights from the Flyers' big win over Surrey 89ers in the SLB on Saturday. We'll be back with you in just over 10 minutes' time.
Another standout player from US College, along with Keno Lilly Jr. And off the screen goes left and drains the three.
Really great start by Polite.
Cam Holden, nice player to have on your roster. Had success at Cheshire Phoenix. Nice play from Brody, can't get it to finish to Holden. Closely defended by Kuntz. Holden trying to use his extra size. Skip pass all the way over. Offensive rebound, nice job.
And everybody else cleaning up the glass.
Yeah, he's got a lot to his game, the swing man. And as easy as you like, Keno. Inside, outside, Kuntz for three. Just short. And Brody, the two bigs going at it. Holden looks at the three, goes right. Into the corner, extra pass. Zach Anderson pulls up, is fouled, and he scores. Yeah, they've certainly got the roster to play a number of different ways. Holden, nice job, and big-time dunk from Darnell Brody.
Wow. So watch this. I think we were talking off camera. I think this is 270. Yeah, so I think the actual ring moved. Wow.
And here comes Anderson, quick hands taking it off Polite, and look out for the star man, William Yoakum. He can fly. Another steal, and Anderson all alone, should make the layup. He does, the quick three, and Kuntz comes the other way, inside. And Kuntz just throws it away. And Holden makes the layup. Anderson, Joe Anderson, off the screen. Shoots shots up from Duganic, and he drains the three, the lefty. Nice shot. Screen from Hayden Ling. We talked about Hayden pre-game. Can he come in with some big minutes, meaningful minutes against this Flyers team? Small shoots, and in. Veteran Delpesh into the game for the Flyers. He's been at the Flyers for a number of years previously, and a wide open three passes on to Keno Lilly. Small Lilly. They're really keying on him. Nice blow by, and just short. Single week the fans come in there, hundreds, to see the 89ers. Anderson tries to get it to Delpesh. Here comes Lawrence. Bounce pass back to Lawrence. Blocked from the Flyers. Duganic, and finishes it with his right hand, and Duganic has come to play tonight.
It just starts to rocket, so really, really good move here. Not bad defense. You can see Nedas just cuts him off, but then he comes back, makes and one.
Yeah, Chobinski's trying to take the charge, but free throw short, and Duganic, look at the play there, but he can't get it to go, but they still tip it in, the Flyers.
Work hard, get lucky.
Kareem Quealy, another young player for 89ers, off one leg, knocks it down, and that's what Kareem can do in the transition or semi-transition play. Jovinskis attacks off the glass, great move, and he wants to foul, but nothing given. So Delpesh will go to the line, and just going to see Jovinskis. Delpesh.
Be careful.
Duganic, Delpesh, nice pick and roll. And he's blocked by Hayden Ling, but he's fouled by Hayden. Even though they've only got 9 players tonight, they go very deep. Shots up, and shot is good for Pascal Landolfi. In fact, this is pretty much all British with Teo and Hayden Ling. It's just Kuntz, and he's going to go straight to the bucket. That's a great offense out of end of quarter. To JB, Jonathan Brown. Another good British player back playing in Britain, and it's right on cue. Knocks down the three. Owen Coots, 195, just 23 years old, straight out of college. Quealy attacks. Quealy off the glass, and I like Kareem Quealy, how calm he is at the moment.
I love that.
Hi, Kareem Quealy. Crossover, Brown. Oh my gosh!
Goodness!
Get it very soon.
You know the thing is.
So look at JB's. Let's watch this.
Here we go. So watch this. It's this to come through.
Back to the live action. Brody gets fouled at 35-19. The Flyers lead. Holden Darnell Brodie behind the back, and he did that last week against Leicester for the Joachim dunk, and he gets the layup. So he does it again, back-to-back weeks. Watch Darnell Brodie pivot, waits for Joachim. Matchup, and it's just been a super effort so far by the Flyers. Jump stop, ball movement. This is big, and he makes it. Keno Lilly Jr.
Needed that one. What's lovely?
Are they going to be double trouble for the 89ers? Inside to Holden, who just seems to have time and patience. Beautiful bounce pass to Brodie. And Isaiah Small with the rebound. Keeps hold of possession. Nice bounce pass, Polite. Easy bucket. They need more of those. Coach, Bristol Flyers are playing him tough. They're following the scout. Holden backing down. Isaiah Small. Holden just waiting, and that is good. Almost freezes the defense there. Small couldn't elevate. Polite inside. Michael Graham. He needs to have a response after getting dunked on by Jonathan Brown. And they've got to play with some serious character here. 89ers to drag themselves back into this. Holden. Ball stolen. 2-on-1. This should be 2. And it is! Holden. They've got us maybe one more step up on the D. Zach Anderson, other corner. Brown pulls up for 2. Airballs it. But somehow, Del Pesh with the offense. And as we've seen, dunk contest contributor already for this game tonight. Yeah. Turnaround from Polite is good. Off one leg.
Gotta love that. Fade away.
Yeah, subs incoming and a little bit of a momentum breaker. Been at Zaragoza. Played limited games in the ACB, played a couple of games in the FIBA Europe Cup, but this is massive test. Step through, he's got to keep moving his feet. He was playing in Zaragoza in the ACB, and the LEB will know all about screens. And there you go again, he just can't get it to go, but because all the help came to Quealy. Nice job in Surrey Sports Park. Down to 12 points, but look who's got it, Duglic. Those effort plays, and that effort play leads to a Brodie score in the post. Holden, he's been a problem. Kuntz this time guarding him. He steps in, can't get it to go, but gets his rebound. Effort play. And Cam Holden, that's too easy. A pure point guard. Joachim, pure trouble, spins, waits, and just nothing but net.
You said it. Pure.
Probing, looking. Zach Anderson gets blocked by Kuntz. Got to start with the defense, coach.
Yeah, got to start.
Here comes the team in green, the green machine of the 89ers, and they need to start playing like a machine. But Cam Holden gets the steal. Nice jump stop by Zach Anderson. Easy 2. Knocked away on these drives. I'm not sure what's happening there. Great D, of course, by Cheshire. And look out, Joachim with the wraparound.
And then what they're doing, they're off to the races. You know, they're going downhill. Gets a nice
from Brodie. Cam Holden. Penetrate kick. Anderson goes baseline, and 89ers just seem to be just giving it to the Flyers.
Yeah. Help side defense to rotate round, and that's what didn't happen. So this is a good move.
For the 89ers' sake, they hope he comes out of it. Brodie steps through. Almost loses it, gets the score. Timeout. Keno Lilly Cam Holden's not going to let him go, and here we go again, 2-on-1. Alley-oop is nice play, and I think it's a foul as well.
It's an old cliche, but, you know, it's worthy of mentioning. Your best offense at times.
Just 1 point in the quarter at the moment for Surrey. They are struggling in all areas. Oh! And Flyers are not struggling. Del Plesh.
Inside there against Loris.
Again, not just too dissimilar to the Brown dunk. Guarded by Duglic. Quealy. They're going to give him the 3. They might not next time, though, coach.
Yeah.
And they come with Kareli back outside. Teo, extra pass. Lawrence for 3 is good, and that's better for the 89ers.
Bristol defense.
Anderson, nice pass, and the throwdown by Cam Holden. Well, let's look at this Holden dunk again. Nice pass, though, first.
Here we go. Here's the pass.
Set him up for the assist. Holden, screen by Del Pesh. Holden,
There it is!
Oh, what a pass! And what a
Ah.
finish for Del Pesh. Facing on that as he drove to the bucket.
You got it. So if you notice here, shields him off again, goes in, but then nobody picks up the roll. That was out of coach's chalkboard there. Wow.
Yeah, that's nice play, and the steal as well. Deflection by Holden. Is he going to get an alley-oop? Maybe. Nice finish, and it's all Flyers, and it's all about Cam Holden as he almost gets another steal.
That's what it is.
Lilly Jr., what a tough night for him. But as you said, Coach, he will learn, and he's got lots of game.
Oh, yeah.
10 assists, 6 steals, 1 block.
Yeah,
That's almost as good as it gets
that's right.
in the Super League basketball. And too easy there, all the way. Milos Dugalic, he had some good moments early.
Right.
Polite to Kuntz. Step through, and the shot finally goes for Keno. Oh, look at that. Off the glass, and a putback by Michael Graham.
Today, but you know they'll learn from it. You know, another week next week.
Yeah, and that is time. That's the end of the game, and it's been a bruising victory.
Super League basketball is leveling up British youths. This isn't just a league, it's a movement you can feel and see in the stands. From the first tip to the final buzzer, the story is written. Every drive, every shot, and every moment. Rivalries run deeper, games hit harder. One pass, one dunk, everything can shift. Legacies aren't given here, they're earned. New stories are ready, and new champions are coming. Season 2 is here. Stand tall for British basketball.
Welcome back to our coverage of the European North Basketball League here on Flyers TV. At the half, it is Donar Groningen 44 to the Flyers 37. There's a look at your halftime stats for you. I'm joined by former Bristol Flyers captain Gareth Till. And Gareth, you look at some of the numbers on there at the half. What is it that really stands out for you?
Yeah, just the field goal percentage. Flyers 15 of 38, just 16% from behind the arc. Donar not doing much better with 28%, but turnovers, both teams will be disappointed. Turnovers 10 Flyers, 9 to Donar, but the assist tally is also quite telling as well. 12 assists to Donar's, to Flyers 7, so really sharing the ball, and those differences are there to be seen in the scoreline. But Flyers doing well on the rebound battle, out rebounding 21 rebounds to 18, so that's a good stat to be on top of.
Second half officially underway. Here's Joe Anderson, finds Cam Holden. Screen comes from Brody. Joachim extra pass to Zach Anderson. Brody with it inside. Another turnover for the Flyers. And that is not the way they would have wanted to start this third quarter. Miller. Eric Struck. Guarded by Anderson, looking to back down. Kicks it out to Luke. Miller open for 3. He's short. Offensive rebound by Lingard. U14 for Donar. Miller, left-hand drive. All the way to the hole. Scoops it up and in. And Donar with the first field goal of this third quarter.
Yeah, Miller, Brody was guarding him, able to beat him for pace and get to the basket. No help being offered.
Holden finds Joachim, ball into Brody. Brody pulls up for a mid-range 2, is short. Rebound falls to Donar. Here comes Miller. Lingard. Holden gets hands on it. Into the hands of Joachim. And again, both teams turning it over to start this third quarter. Holden going to work on Eric Struck. Kicks it out. Nice pass. Good ball movement from the Flyers. Brody back to Zach Anderson. 10 on the shot clock. Anderson for 3. Bobbles in and out. Lingard with the rebound. Miller. Eric Struck. Catch and shoot. Bobbles in and out. Both teams missing 3s to start this third quarter. Anderson with the hesitation in transition. Ball out to Holden. Holden thought about the three, puts it on the floor, and ends up with the travel.
Yeah, not the start the Flyers kind of wanted. I mean, either team not going on particularly to the races in the second half, but a couple of turnovers already for the Flyers. Both teams missing from behind the arc.
9-point lead for Donar. Luke. Up, Zaldibar even kicks it inside to Eric Strupp. Fadeaway jumper. A couple of back-to-back shots missed from him to start this third quarter.
Yeah, both teams seem to go in a lot of one-on-one at the moment.
Ball into Joachim even. He gets called as a foul on the entry pass. You can see it here on the replay. This is Joachim with the give and go.
And Joachim is just so good at that, Joel. Just over the course of the season already, you just see the defender turns his head to see the ball, and he's gone. Just that quick change of pace gives him that separation to get those passes in and around the basket for layups and dunks.
Here's Joachim now. Anderson, screen comes from Brody. Ball kicked out to Zach Anderson, and Anderson steps on the sideline. So that's going to be the Bristol Flyers' 13th turnover of this game.
And Coach was just saying to Zach Anderson, just shoot the ball. You don't need to drive it. You know, your game is knocking down those threes. Keep going with it. It's a good shot, a good look.
Luke, Eric Strupp. Eric Strupp going past Anderson. Oh, it's blocked by Holden. Good hands. Joe Anderson beats his defender off the dribble. And it's Zaldibar with the foul. Quite a smart foul in the end, really. Stopping that fast break opportunity by Anderson.
Yeah, just his first foul as well. So, yeah, as you said, Joel, it was a good tactical foul there just to stop the transition.
Joe Anderson gets it into Holden. Zach Anderson out to Joe Anderson. Here's Joachim now. Shot clock down to 10. Brody calling for it inside. Here comes the double. Ball out to Holden. Holden deep three. Holden drains it. And Cam Holden, not particularly known for his three-point shooting, but on that occasion, just given a little bit too much space.
Yeah, plenty of time to crank that one up, didn't he?
Ball into Eric Strupp. Back to Eric Strupp from the short corner. Overcooks it. Anderson puts it on the floor. It's going to be a travel against Joe Anderson. I think Kapoulis was arguing there could have perhaps been a foul in there as well.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of contact, which it looked a little awkward, but I think the contact probably made it look more awkward, and I think that's probably the discussion that was being held. Coach Kapoulis.
Ball into Eric Strupp. Miller back to Eric Strupp, puts it on the floor. Lingard for three, rattles in from downtown, and the lead's back up to 9.
There's your 7-footer, taking those outside shots.
Anderson to Holden. Holden back to Joe Anderson. Again, the shot clock's at 10. Anderson back to Holden, puts it on the floor. Another travel called against Cam Holden.
It's a couple of travel calls. Just kind of waits, isn't he, in that long stride, trying to really push that front foot forward, lifting his back foot before the ball goes down. And call for travelling. 9 points the lead.
Miller. Anderson gets hands on it, into the hands of Luke though. Joachim tips it to Holden. Flyers in transition. Joachim to the basket. And it's great end-to-end stuff from Coach Kapoulis' side.
Yeah, that's good signs. Like to see Joachim almost holds his better performances to the second half. Maybe when defenses are tiring and really exploits those gaps. So he reads the game so well.
Three-pointer is short. Eric Strupp does want to save it. Shot clock down to 7 though. Eric Strupp again for 3. This time is good. And if at first, the lead is back out to 10 now. Groningen's biggest lead of the game was 11. Brody hands off with Joe Anderson. Joe Anderson airballs the mid-range 2. Holden able to bounce it off of the feet there, off of Zaldimer.
Yeah, Anderson seems to be struggling notably from his sort of jump shooting today. He's been way off on a number of occasions, and we know he can get hot from behind the arc in a hurry, but just completely out of rhythm at the moment for the Flyers.
Ball into Joachim on the perimeter. Joachim up, Anderson's blocked. Here comes Donar the other way. Luke. Skip pass. Luke looking inside for Forrest. Defense collapses. Ball out for three. Ball bobbles in and out. Erikström fighting for the rebound. Last touched. He wants to call for a video review here, and I think he will get a video review. They want to see who it last came off of, so they're going to have a look. Might be quite hard to tell from the angle we have here, but they're going to look back and see who the ball last came off of. Of course, each team gets a challenge in European North Basketball League, so the officials will come round to our table here, and they will have a look at it. So they will put the headset on. They will speak to the guys in the truck, and they will put it on the screen for them now. So the three-pointer went up, ball bobbled in and out. Hard to tell there from... They might be able to see... I'm going to look at it from the wider angle as well. Well, the three goes up first, so they... Well, the official said it was last touched by Dame Erikström, so...
It's a very difficult decision. I can't see there's anything clear. Obviously the momentum's coming in.
They're basically looking for something that's going to clearly override the call. And if it's too hard for them to tell, then they'll keep the original call. So they will go back to, I believe they're going to keep it as a Bristol Flyers ball. They are going to keep it as a Bristol Flyers ball.
Yeah, there was nothing clear there. So momentum, Erikström was flying in, trying to grab the offensive board, and you know, you felt that certainly impacted the way the ball was going out of bounds.
Well, 4.5 minutes to go to the end of the third quarter. Flyers down by 10. Anderson, Joachim on the wing, tries baseline. Will Joachim to the hoop, can't get it to go, but will Gödler to shoot two.
Joachim slowly, you feel like he's slowly beginning to get those spaces, those opportunities. He must be a little tired, because normally he tries and dunks those ones, doesn't he, those baseline?
Well, he's so dangerous down the lane, especially going baseline like that. I mean, you look at his numbers as well. 11 points, he's 4 for 8 from the field. He quietly goes about his business, just really efficiently as well, I feel.
Just the way he scores, he does a lot of his work off the ball, just really simple plays. Defenders turn their head, he goes back door, gets in good positions. He can shoot the ball really well. A real dangerous threat for defenders. He's scoring in multiple ways, and it'd be good signs to get Joachim going. Sort of leading scorer now for the Flyers, 11 points for him.
Ball into Erikström, guarded by Anderson. Here's Miller now. Again guarded by Anderson. Miller, nice pass inside, it's not loose, back into the hands of Miller. Pulls up for a mid-range two, is short. Joachim thought about the three, back to Brown. Anderson now. Calling for the screen from Delpesh. Anderson puts it on the floor, Brown out. Thought about the three, Delpesh has it inside. Count it, and the foul! And Marcus Delpesh knocked to the floor. Didn't matter anyway. He'll get a line for a bonus.
And the bank is open. That was a heavy deposit off the bank. Just throws it off the backboard, off the glass. Gets the and one.
A little flex for good measure as well. That could be quite a big play there here, Gareth, because you feel like Flyers are starting to chip away here.
Yeah, they've had really good production coming off the bench in this game, John. I think that's 21 points off the bench. Duglic, JB, now Delpesh getting in on the action.
Luke going downhill, out to Miller, corner three, ball is short. Rebound by Forrest, and it's going to be a foul.
And he's looking for the he's looking for the replay, but that's a couple of plays.
I think you just used your replay there, guys. The foul is called on Forrest, though.
Yeah, that's his fourth of the game, so he's in a bit of trouble. And Donar, 5 team fouls are in the penalty now. Flyers been pretty clean so far, no fouls in this third quarter, which again, kind of good signs for the Flyers, putting Donar under a bit more pressure defensively.
Pair of free throws going up now for Marcus Delpesh. Able to knock down the first. Marcus Delpesh, 12 points, 7 rebounds on Saturday night. No good on the second. Rebound is secured. Hove, not loose by Holden. Here comes Brown. Now to Delpesh with the two-handed hammer. The lead is down to 2. Timeout, Donar. And Bristol Flyers, the roof just came off the Wise campus here in Bristol.
Yeah, coach there, time it almost straight away as soon as the ball was turned over, he knew what was coming. Call for a quick timeout. Great hands from Cam Holden, JB with the pass, and of course Delpesh finishes with the jam.
Now Marcus Delpesh, a couple of free throws and a transition dunk, has been able to cut this down from a 10-point game to 2. Back with you after this short break. Back to the SGS College Arena, where Bristol Flyers, what was once a 10-point lead for Donar, is now down to 2. Flyers have outscored their opponents 13 points to 8 so far in this third quarter. And you can hear the fans really getting into this one now. Big crowd in for a Wednesday night in Bristol. It's a blocking foul called on Cam Holden there. It'll be a first-team foul against the Flyers.
Holden looking for an explanation. It's right in front of the referee. And the blocking foul was called. And that's Flyers' first foul of this quarter. Of course, Donar in the penalty now. It got a very similar feel to the Leicester Riders game, actually. It was a difficult first half for the Flyers, and then they slowly grew into it. And of course, able to win the game in the fourth quarter.
Here's Eric Strupp. Now Miller. Hove. Into Eric Strupp. Back out to Miller. Shot clock down to 3. Lingard has to shoot. He's short. And the rebound secured by Brown. Flyers a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Ball goes out to Joachim, and it's going to be an over and back. So that will be a Bristol turnover.
This 5 certainly bring a lot of energy on the defensive end, getting out on the break. Just a turnover, just to stop that momentum. But a lot of energy from this 5 on the floor for Coach Kapoulis.
Well, he certainly have been able to switch it on in this third quarter, Bristol. Can they take a lead? They haven't taken a lead yet in this game. If they can get the lead somehow, that'll be huge for the team going into the fourth.
And they'll be happy with the defensive work, Joel. 8 points this quarter just so far for Donar. 23 and 21 respectively in the opening 2 quarters. So defensively really stepping up for the Flyers.
Hove now finds Miller going baseline. Can't get it to go. There's Lingard on the follow. Count it and 1. And he'll go to the line to complete a 3-point play.
And That's a bit of a momentum killer for the Flyers. Driving baseline, coming in with the offensive board. Simple put in. And Coach Kapoulis, Duglic and Brody coming in for the Flyers. Del Pesh, Anderson stepping out.
Well, Lingard now up to 10 points to go along with his 6 rebounds tonight.
Joachim leading scorers for the Flyers, 13 points. Taylor, 12 for Donar.
They're going to knock down the bonus. Stretches the lead out to 5. 2.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Brown. Screen comes from Brody. Back to Holden. Holden winds up another 3. No good this time. Taylor. Offensive foul. Away from the ball. They will go back to Bristol Flyers here. 2 minutes and change to go. As Jaldama comes back into the game. Miller looking to take a seat. Brown has Lingard on him. Duglic for 3. Can't get it to go. There's a good look by the Flyers.
Yeah, Flyers running a horn set with a pick and pop for Duglic. Had a good look. He's able to get it to go.
Hove. Screen comes from Lingard. Now Zaldama inside to Lingard. Back out to Hove. Foul is called away from the ball. It's going to be called against Cam Holden. So a couple of back-to-back fouls on Holden. It's going to be his second personal. Hove to inbound. Gets it into Nosek. Now Taylor. Taylor going one-on-one with Brown. Pulls up for a mid-range 2. And I think Brown got a piece on it.
Certainly did, John. That leads the Flyers charge, the break. Donar back on defense now, 5-on-5.
Holden. Screen comes from Duglic. Holden driving to the basket. Kicks it out to Duglic. Fires up for 3. Can't get it to go. Taylor with the rebound. His third of the game. Nosek now. Zaldama. To Taylor. Here's Zaldama, top of the 3-point line. Looking to get to work on Duglic. Duglic gets a hand on it. They've left Lingard open for 3. New 14 for Donar. Here's Hove. Zaldama for 3. No good that time. Rebound gathered in by Duglic.
Looks like the horns play again where 2 screeners come up.
Here's
Duglic
Brown.
looking to pop to the 3, but Brown going all the way.
Brown all the way to the bucket. Ball bobbles out. Chance for Donar to extend their lead here.
Shot contact as well, I thought, for Brown.
Shot clock.
Called.
Shot clock is turned off. 10 seconds to go in the third. Taylor finds Zaldama. Ball into Hove. Gets it off in time. Comes up short, and that will do it. What a third quarter it was here in Bristol. Donar led by as many as 10 points. Flyers cut it down to a 2-point game, but at the end of 3, it is a 5-point lead for the visitors going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, certainly a bit more of a defensive battle there. Looking at Donar, just waiting for the stats to upload, but 11 for them and 13 for the Flyers. So whether offense is tiring or defense is getting better, but certainly not quite the free-flowing basket we saw in the first half from either team there. Basket's hard to come by.
Here's a look at some of the key plays from that third quarter. Cam Holden showing his range with a triple. And Donar at the other end showing another 3 from Lingard. 11 points, 9 rebounds for him in this one so far. Eric Strupp getting in on the action, adding to his personal tally. He's now up to 9 points. He's 1 rebound away as well from 10. He got 9 rebounds and then Marcus Delpesh really made an impact in that third quarter, knocking down a couple of free throws and that big dunk as well in transition to make it a 2-point game.
Yeah, they certainly felt a little bit of momentum, but then Donar had the answer. But 16 turnovers for Flyers in this game, that doesn't help that momentum at all. And just 16% now from behind the arc, 3 of 18 for the Bristol Flyers, 6-25 for Donar. So, yeah, they'll be looking to try and get the ball in. If it's not happening behind the arc, got to try and find other ways to score. And they had an opportunity there, but they just couldn't put the ball in the basket themselves.
Well, the Flyers fans are accustomed to a low-scoring game at the SGS College Arena. And 50-55 at the end of 3 is a very Bristol Flyers game that we've seen here over the years, isn't it?
It doesn't matter who plays it. You always feel that, they just, I don't know what it is, but you've seen some outstanding three-point shooters. So many times the three-point shooting percentage is so low here. And again tonight, just 16% for Bristol Flyers. There's still plenty of time. They can change that around pretty quickly. They've got the shooters to do it.
Fourth quarter underway. Taylor going inside, kicks it back out. Shot clock down to 10. Taylor on the wing for 3. No good that time. Rebound falls into the hands of the Flyers. Flyers looking to push. There's the foul committed by Luke. It's a very smart foul in the end. Flyers with numbers going in transition.
Yeah, that's his third, so that's important. He's been big for Donar so far in this game, and just stopping that transition, trying to stop those easy scores. But you have to be careful now on 3 fouls. Big last quarter coming up. Really anyone's game. Just 5 points in it.
Brody. Anderson hands off with Brown. Brown going inside, kicks it out. Shot clock down to 6. Brody calling for it inside. Brown with a step back, mid-range 2. It's going to be a foul called against Donar on the rebound, so we'll stay with Bristol.
Yeah, Joachim just seemed to be sneaking in there to get the offensive board, just grab back. And that's 2 quick team fouls for Donar. See, they're in the penalty in the third quarter, and that's a timeout being called. Coach Kapoulis.
Both teams looking to talk this one through with 9 minutes and 12 seconds left in the fourth. We've got a timeout called on the floor. We'll be back with you in a couple of moments' time. Welcome back to the SGS College Arena, where timeout was called on the floor just a minute into this fourth quarter. Still a 5-point game on our hands between these two teams. A very low-scoring game here in Bristol. Big packed house on a Wednesday night. Late tip-off here in Bristol as well. Really good to see the Flyers fans out in their numbers.
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, a slightly later evening as well, but yeah, young and old out here watching some European basketball. Obviously, the Bristol Flyers having a good season so far, playing some really nice stuff. A little more tricky tonight against top-level opposition. Not been quite the free-flowing basketball we've seen in previous home games. Having to dig in deep for this one, but still just 5 points in this game. 9 minutes 12 to go.
Well, JB to inbound. Joachim fakes the 3, drives baseline, Euro step layup, Will Joachim time.
Just so composed, Joel, with the defense, able to take that Euro step, just skip around the defender, really calm, put it away, travel call.
It'll be a travel. And just like that, you feel momentum shifting in Bristol's favour once again. And you see it there, look, a couple of former Flyers in the house, Evan Walsh, Ibuka Ekwe here, cheering on their former teammates. Flyers trailing by 3. Is Brown. Skip pass. Joachim. Corner 3 ball. Is short. Lingard with the rebound. Taylor. Oh, nice pass. Beautiful dime. And it's finished. Reverse layup by Zaudemer.
Yeah, what a lovely pass. No-look pass.
Brown. Screen comes from Brody. Brown with a skip pass. Or defender on the floor. Chases down his own rebound though, Duglic. New 14 for the Flyers. Anderson into a double team. As Anderson kicks it out. Shot has to go. And it's rebounded by Eric Strupp. Lingard backing down on Brody. Out to Taylor. Taylor downhill. Blocked by Brody. Here come the Flyers the other way. Duglic downhill. Milos Duglic. It was a wild shot in the end. But
yeah, you just feel a little bit more composure. The opportunity. Really need to try and get back on this 5 points. Down had a few opportunities.
Here's Luke. Guarded by Brody. Taylor now. It's a travel. We've seen it called both ways tonight.
We have. A lot of travelling violations this evening. Joachim on 15 points, Taylor on 12. Still plenty of time, just 5 points, 7 minutes to go. Sure, plenty of drama to come in this one.
Well, Flyers, they haven't taken a lead in this game. Donar have led from start to finish. Here's Anderson for 3. Anderson strings it for 3. And it's down to a 2-point game.
That's a most welcome 3-pointer for Flyers and the fans.
Eric Strupp. Forrest. Eric Strupp has it once again. Pulls up for 3. It's an offensive foul. The basket will not count.
Basket's been waved off.
It's an offensive foul called against Forrest on the screen.
And that's him fouled out of the game. So on that one, he is done for tonight.
Here's a look at it on the replay. He comes to with the handoff, then just rolls into the screen. And you've got to keep your feet set there.
Yeah, certainly roll after you've set the screen, but he was rolling. His momentum was into the defender. And you can't do that.
Oh, it's stolen by Eric Strupp. Going coast to coast. Eric Strupp to the basket. Reverse layup is good. And just when they needed it most, Eric Strupp comes up with the 2.
Yeah, another turnover. That's a costly one.
Here's Holden. Brody. Hands off with Duglic. Brody sets the screen. Duglic. Brody looking for it inside. Brody with position. Brody puts it up. Offensive rebound is stripped. And it will stay with the Flyers. There's 0.2 on the shot clock.
You have to look something go into the basket here. You have to throw it up and try and...
I don't know if they even have time to tip it in, do they? It's going to be Anderson to throw it in, though. That will not count. Has to be a tip in, really. You can't grab it as well.
Yeah. 4 points the difference. Will Joachim coming back in.
Will Joachim, the game's leading scorer in this one. 15 points, 5 rebounds to his name. He's 5 for 10 from the field. We've seen a bit of Will Joachim magic in the fourth quarter in that game against Leicester. They're going to need a bit of that again now. Here's Eric Strupp. Holden almost got his hands on it, but does commit the foul.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there as well. Ball was there, wasn't it? Got a fingertip on it, and then just a bit too aggressive on the follow-up. Taylor coming back in. Donar.
As Zaudemer takes the seat. Ball into Eric Strupp. Luke, skip pass. Corner 3 ball on the way. He knew that was short. Anderson tips it out to Joachim.
Both teams really struggling to put the ball in the hoop. 5 to Bristol Flyers, 4 to Donar in this fourth quarter. 5 minutes gone, just under 5 minutes gone.
Anderson into a double team, skip pass. Anderson for three is short. The Flyers, their three-point struggles continue in this game, but it's stolen by Holden. Big play.
Cam Holden with a steal and jam, and that's 2 points now. Need to get a stop.
Midway through the fourth quarter, Flyers are knocking on the door. Eric Strupp, pass inside to Miller. Miller turnaround shot, no good. Rebound Brody. And now with 5 minutes to go in the fourth, Flyers a chance to tie. Holden to the bucket, draws the foul. And Cam Holden will now head to the foul line with a chance to tie this game. Well, here's a look at that steal by Holden, just sneaking.
Just anticipated, just waiting, knew exactly what he was doing, just sort of out of the eyes there of the offensive player, able to sneak in, and that is a massive play, and it's going to take something like that to get the Flyers back in the game, and that is huge. Quick timeout from Donar. Just 2 points in it.
It really is tense, isn't it? This game's had it all. Donar, they led by as many as 11. Flyers yet to take the lead. Of course, Flyers without their captain, Owen McCormack, here tonight. He missed the game against Surrey as well. Picked up an ankle injury at the back end of last week. The club says they're going to look at it, see if they can get him back in shape in time for their game away at Caledonia next week. But, you know, big loss for the Flyers without their captain, but still right there in this game.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, start of the season really good for Owen McCormack. Some massive games last year as well. He really likes to step up and take that pressure shot. So he'll be a welcome addition once he gets back into the Flyers rotation. But just the 2 points now. Donar in a bit of foul trouble as well. They're on their fourth team foul, so they'll need to be careful of that. And we've got Cam Holden going to the line now to get within one.
Well, the arena just goes quiet here as Cam Holden takes both free throws. First one is good. Chance to tie the game with the second. Second one is good as well. Under 5 minutes to go, folks. Fasten your seatbelts. Luke, Eric Strupp, guarded by Anderson. Here's Taylor now. Eric Strupp has it in the post. Double team comes. Nice pass inside. Flyers caught napping on defense. And Miller puts it in off the glass.
Yeah, credit to Eric Strupp there. Just held the ball up high, using his length, just spotting the pass. Miller swooping in for two.
Anderson feeds to Zach Anderson. Will Joachim driving baseline. Will Joachim to the basket. Thought about it and got the drop.
Just so dangerous in that corner. You know, he likes to shoot from there, but drives to the basket and finishes at that angle. All tied up again.
Austin Luke has it. Nice pass inside, but it's stolen away by Brody. Here's Joe Anderson. Brody, skip pass. Zach Anderson. It's going to be a travel. It is a travel. There'll be another turnover for the Flyers. And how frustrating has that been for Bristol tonight?
I think both teams have been called for the travel. The referee's certainly hot on it and consistent. You can't argue with the calls. Both teams been called for lifting their feet up and getting that travelling call.
Miller. Screen. Comes from Taylor. Taylor backing down Joachim. Tough fadeaway jumper. Splashes it. Incredible.
That's a tough shot. You know, you don't really mind that kind of shot. Is high level of difficulty to make it.
Here's Zach Anderson out to Cam Holden on the wing. Holden now finds Brody. Back to Holden. Shot clock down to 5. Holden's got to go to work here. Puts it on the floor. There's another travel.
Yeah, Coach Capulas just shouting, move the ball. You know, Flyers, they've been at their best when they move the ball, they ping the ball around. And that shifts the defense and gives those driving lanes to attack the basket. When it's sticky like that, you're playing 1-on-5 and it's easier to defend. Flyers need to get back into the habit of moving and sharing the basketball. It's something they've done really well so far this season, but just getting a bit sticky at the moment.
Eric Strupp, guarded by Anderson. Miller calling for it, ends up with Taylor. Taylor guarded by Anderson. Skip pass. Just falls through the hands of Lingard.
Incredible amount of turnovers tonight. I mean, I've seen the ball slip out of a few of the players' hands, but just a careless pass in the corner. Such a clutch time of the game as well.
17 turnovers for Donar, 20 turnovers for the Flyers. Anderson open for three. Anderson drains the three. And Bristol Flyers, their first lead of the game with under 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, Anderson's warming up nicely. That's a couple of threes for him now.
Ball into Lingard. Lingard off the glass, gets it to go. And just like that, Donar snatched the lead right back.
Yeah, it's a smart play. Get the big man going to the basket. Lingard, just throw it up to him. It's a big basket, good response.
Anderson swings to Zach Anderson. Now ball into Brody. Brody looking to go to work on Lingard. Darnell Brody fakes it, puts it up. What a move! Brody gets it to go off the glass. And once again, Bristol on top.
Yeah, I love seeing the big man go to work. Got really good footwork, Brody.
2 minutes to go, folks. Here's Lingard, deep two, no good. Rebound Anderson. Flyers with numbers. Holden. Ball bobbles out of his hand. Back to Anderson. Zach Anderson, he thought about the three, just looking to slow things up here for the Flyers.
Yeah, he just felt with the momentum, though. I'd maybe like him to have taken that one on.
Anderson, skip past to Zach Anderson. He puts it on the floor. Going to work inside. Zach Anderson with the fadeaway. Holden tips it out into the hands of Brody. Off the side of the backboard. And it will go back to Donar Groningen. And with 1 minute 29 seconds to go, the Flyers, they've only led for around 10 seconds or so of this game. But could it be the most crucial 10 seconds? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, not a high-scoring game by any means in every quarter. More and more difficult, but yeah, Flyers leading this one, 16-10 in this quarter.
Ball into Miller. He brings it up over the timeline. Under a minute and a half to go. Eric Strupp. Well, Luke. And Luke throws it out of bounds.
And that's a couple from Luke as well. He's been really consistent. I'm really impressed with his game, but that's twice now he's turned the ball over at these important points. But can Flyers capitalise? They need to make it count.
18 turnovers now for Donar. Holden. Joachim. Anderson. Brody comes up to set the high screen. Zach Anderson top of the three-point line. Brody calling for it inside. Joe Anderson for three. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound bobbling around, ends up in the hands of Miller. Now under a minute to go in the fourth quarter. Donar chance to take the lead here. Luke. Taylor. Guarded by Joachim. Shot clock down to 6. Tough fade away. Oh my goodness! Taylor knocks it down. What an incredible shot. And Donar retake the lead.
Big shot. Big shot. 1 point lead now for Donar.
Anderson has it, finds Zach Anderson. Now Cam Holden. Top to Joe Anderson. Shot clock down to 6. Anderson to Holden. Holden back to Joe Anderson. Joe Anderson for three. Joe Anderson drains the three.
Wow. Joe Anderson can hit the barn door, but he's come up with a massive three-pointer, clutch time. Joe Anderson, 2 point lead for the Flyers.
Well, Joe Anderson was 0 for 5 going into that shot, and just when the Flyers needed it most, he comes up with a big, big three-pointer.
Yeah, automatically catch and shoot. Knew time was running out, and that is a massive, massive shot to put the pressure all on Donar coming into this last 11 seconds of the game.
Well, you can see the emotion just pouring out of him after knocking down that three. And now the pressure's on Donar. A 2 will tie it. A 3 will win it. And if you're coach right now, Coach DeRusso, what are you saying to the team? Are you going for the 2 or are you going for the 3?
I think you take the best opportunity. They don't need a 3, you need a 2 to score it. So whatever opportunity is there that you can get a score of the best, they want the best shot. If that's a 3-point shot, if that's a 2-point shot, so be it. So I don't think he'll draw anything specific. He'll go through a play, or he'll draw up a play to go through, but he'll have several different options off it, and whatever option's the best scoring opportunity, go with that. A 3 or a 2.
Well, there's 11 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. This is the Flyers' biggest lead of the game. They've only led by 1 or 2 throughout the whole ball game. With 11 seconds to go, can Donar come up with a response? Luke to inbound, gets it into Taylor. Here's Luke once again. Final 10 seconds of the fourth. It's going to be a foul called on the floor.
Okay.
And Flyers with fouls to give here, so not a bad foul for Flyers to give away there.
No, definitely. Yeah, just slow things up. And yeah, Donar out of timeouts as well, so they can't go through anything. So they'll need to run through a play that they're familiar with.
6.4 left in the game. Here's Luke for 3 for the win. Oh my goodness! Austin Luke knocks it down. He breaks Bristol Flyers' hearts. Donar on top by 1. Timeout Flyers.
Yeah, still 2.2 seconds left. And that's a big shot though. Away from home, making that 3. Just coming off the screen and then letting it go. And that is a big 3-point shot.
Hand in the face as well. It could have been much better defense from Zach Anderson there as well. And Austin Luke knocks down the 3 just when it matters most. And with 2.2 left in the game, Coach Kapoulis will draw up a play here. His side trailing by 1. And could there be one final twist in the tail here, Gareth?
There's enough time. There's enough time for drama, and it's uncomfortable. 2.2 seconds is uncomfortable. You know, it's going to be a rush, going to be a catch and drive and shoot. There's certainly enough time to draw a foul as well. So who is Coach Kapoulis going to go to?
Well, it's 2.2 on the game clock here. What can Bristol Flyers have up their sleeve on this timeout play? Holden to inbound from the side. Here we go then, folks. Holden to put it in. Got to get it in here. Ball into Anderson. Ball slips out of his hands, and that will do it. Miscommunication on the pass proves costly. Donar Groningen hold on for the win. They came from behind in the fourth quarter. They led the majority of the way, and they come out on top by 1. 70 points to 69 over the Bristol Flyers.
Yeah, and what a sort of disappointing end to a really tight fourth quarter there as well. But blimey, Joe, we talk about seeing like 3-point shooting. How often do we see that end, the sideline ball there as well, just not go the Flyers' way? And yeah, just a little fumble there and not even able to get a shot, and that will be a disappointing end. Even to get a shot and to miss it, at least you've got something. But not even to get a shot off will be very disappointing for the Flyers.
Well, what an incredible finish to this game it was in the end. And Austin Luke, the hero of the game, able to come up with a huge 3-point jump shot as the time expired, gave his side a 1-point lead. Incredible performance from him. Late game heroics at both ends of the court. It's got to take a minute to catch your breath again here, Gareth.
Exactly, it is. It's I think just the disappointment there at the end. Just to not get a shot off, and did all the hard work, got back in it, but struggles a little bit trying to get the 3-pointers off and shooting. But Luke, as you said, big play for him, but still had 9 turnovers, so I think he made amends there, making that big shot for his team.
Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights from this game. Incredible back and forth game. Darnell Brodie going active early in the first quarter. A couple of back-to-back dunks from him. But Donar were able to stretch out an early double-digit lead able to hold on to that for most of the first half. And it wasn't until the third quarter, really, where Flyers started to work their way back into it. But they took the lead with just over 3 minutes to go. And then Donar retook the lead in that final possession. Let's talk through some of the game's leading scorers. Evan Taylor, 16 points, 3 rebounds to lead the way. Malik Miller with 13 points. It's a big double-double for Dane Erikstrup, 11 points, 11 rebounds. And Carlton Lingard Jr., 13 points, 10 rebounds for him. There's a look at that massive dagger three to retake, the lead, the three that ultimately won Donar the game. And it's the finest of margins in this competition, Gareth, that can win or lose games.
Yeah, and that was a big shot, really stepping up for his teammate on the road, knocking down that three to win the game. But yeah, not a classic, but a thrilling end, certainly for Donar. Their fans at home would have been enjoying that game, winning the game with 2 seconds to go. Big three. A great game here at the SGS Wise Arena.
Oh, what a crazy game it was here at the SGS College Arena. Let's take a look at the final stats for you in this one. And the turnover count, 20 turnovers to 18 turnovers. This was by no means a clean game today. Very scrappy out there.
It wasn't a classic, and a lot of them were sort of unforced turnovers. You're talking about it's not really even the defence sort of getting involved. A lot of the time we're just chucked away, albeit, you've got to look at the steal count. 10 for Flyers, 8 for Donar, so a lot of active hands, but yeah, turnovers, that'd be disappointing for both coaches. Flyers did win the rebound battle and did improve on that three-point shooting percentage. Anderson there coming good in that fourth quarter. Both Andersons coming good in that fourth quarter, but still 24% for the game versus 25. It's going to be difficult when you're shooting that volume of threes and only making that number.
Well, what a great game it was. What a great advert for European North Basketball League action it was here from Bristol. That's going to do it for our coverage here this evening. But don't forget, you can get tickets for the Flyers' next outing in the European North Basketball League. It's German opposition for the Flyers. NBC visit the Wise campus on Wednesday, November 19th. Come and join us here at the Wise campus for more European basketball. You can get your tickets right now over at bristolflyers.co.uk. Well, that's going to do it here in Bristol. It is heartache for the Flyers. They have their hearts broken by Donar Groningen by a single point here at the Wise campus. For Gareth Till, I'm Joel Osborne saying so long, and we'll see you next time.